Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to talk about what men might have carried, and women, back in 1925, 100 years ago from today. And also, Mr. Tony Meeks and Miss Chloe will be showing some knives in this video as well, so I can't wait to share that with y'all. I have some knives poured out from my collection that we're going to be talking about that they could have carried because they were made during that time. And also I had Miss Barlow to come up with a list on what else people might have carried at that time, especially men. But of course, the pocket knife, every man worth his salt carried one. XXX, Schrade Cutlery Company, Camillus, King Kutter, or even local hardware store brand. Patterns like the jackknife, Barlow, Congress, or Peanut were common. Blades were carbon steel, patina, not polished, told a story. Meaning people didn't go around polishing their knives. They might have washed the blades, but they probably most likely didn't polish knives at that time. They were tools. They really were. Pocket change. A few silver coins, mercury dimes, buffalo nickels, Liberty quarters, maybe a wheat penny or two. Rolled up in a leather coin pouch or just jingling loose. Money didn't go on plastic. It clinked when you walked. Matches or a flint wheel lighter. I'll be showing you one of those. A matchbook from a local hardware store, barbershop or cigar stand, or a simple flint striker lighter. Smoking was common, tobacco rolled, pipe smoked, and fire was always needed. How about that? Folded paper or note, a letter from home, a receipt for a tool or knife, a list written in pencil, flour, coffee, 2-cent nails. Men didn't scroll, they jotted. Scroll meaning on your phone. Pocket mirror or a comb. I remember to this day, Dad always carried a little black comb, about that long. He used Vitalis hair oil every morning. It smells good to me today. I don't use none, of course. I keep mine cut. Ever since I was in the Marine Corps, I have not let my hair grow back long at all. I just don't like long hair on my ears. But anyway, Dad always carried a comb, a little black comb. It says pocket mirror or comb, especially for a gentleman headed to town. A small steel or cellular comb. My dad had a cellular comb. And a tiny mirror the size of a silver, the dollar, might have a quack ad printed on the back. A quack, Q-U-A-C-K, ad printed on the back.
Quack advertising, also known as false or misleading advertising, refers to the promotion of products or services using deceptive or false claims. These claims are often exaggerated, unproven, or intentionally misleading, and can target individuals seeking solutions to health issues.
So they must have been common back then, them little mirrors like that. I don't know. Another thing they might have carried, a ruler or measuring tape, a tradesman, a 6-inch folding ruler or cloth tape. For carpenters, bricklayers, blacksmith, the kind of blokes who worked with their hands. Remember, Miss Barlow come up with this. She is Australian. The pocket almanac or pocket book, a thin calendar or pocket Bible, leather bound field notes book. People remember things, but they also wrote them down real small. They didn't have a phone to put stuff in. They had to write stuff down. Pencil stub or mechanical pencil, tucked beside that filled note, worn down from sharpening with his own pocket knife. Men didn't carry pens unless they worked the desk. And pens, I don't know if they had actually ink pens or they still had to dip it in ink back then. I'm not real sure. But here's some more things they could have carried. Cuff link, a spare cuff link, brass, lucky charm, or religious medal, a nail or screw, always one rolling around. I always have those in my pocket today. It drives my wife crazy when she cleans my pockets out to go to wash. And also a chewing tobacco pouch or loose plug. How about that? Because back then, I'm sure they rolled their own cigarettes too. Very, very cool. But I love this kind of stuff, guys. I love just to imagine what could have been in the pockets of men and women back then in their purse or whatever. But I'm mainly talking about what people carried on them in their pockets, their coveralls. It's just some good stuff, guys. Well, guys, let's get over here and look at what pocket knives they could have carried back in 1925. And I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here are some of the knives that could have been carried back in 1925, and we even have one of them flint strike, the lighters, well before Zippo was thought about. Zippo was made or first come out in 1932, but this was like in the early 1900s right here. What you call a trench lighter. They were commonly used in World War One. But this one here is a W.R. Case & Sons. This they use that Tang stamp starting in 1905. Pretty cool, ain't it? Now this was probably used in bars and stuff like that because it had the bottle opener and it's shaped like a woman's leg, a boot right here. But this would have been a beautiful, beautiful knife. Highly collectible knife too. But this is W.R. Case & Sons, and I'm sure it was used in quite a few bars. Now this right here is a Schadt and Morgan. That company was, let's look that company up real quick. Here we go right here, guys. This company, at one time, one of the largest cutlery manufacturers in the United States, originated when J.W. Schadt and C.B. Morgan formed the New York Cutlery Company about 1890. Both men had considerable previous experience within the cutlery industry. How about that? So about 1890 is when that knife company was formed. But this here could have been carried in 1925. It's got a broken bone, and this is on display here in my knife shop with this side up. But I actually reprofiled that blade, and I actually replaced that pin right there. Mr. Seth Bond gave this to me while he was here back in October. And you see how beautiful that bone is, how they jigged it. Beautiful, ain't it? Got pretty good snap. It's been used now, and it's a beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. That's one knife they could have carried. Now this here was made for World War I. This was sent to me by Mr. Eric from Texas. It's a King Kutter, U.S. Signal Corps. It was this knife was specifically made for World War I. And you see that right there, E.C. Simmons King Kutter. The Schrade Cutlery Company actually made knives for King Kutter up till about 1930. And then from 1930 to 1940, the time that Shapley Hardware bought out the rights to King Kutter, Winchester was making knives for King Kutter. So this knife was made by the Schrade Cutlery Company. And there it is right there, guys. This was made for World War I. Hoorah. This is another King Kutter, a jackknife. And you see, this is a great little knife too. Old. This could have been carried in 1925. See that right there? I actually replaced the wood on this backside because when I got it, it was gone. And I actually replaced it there. It looks pretty good. Now this is the lighter I was referring to. This is just a little flint strike lighter that they refer to. That's pretty cool, ain't it? I love this thing. But this is what you call a trench lighter. Probably used during World War I. Pretty cool, ain't it? That's all it is to it, guys. It works the same as the Zippo does. It's got the long wick in there. It's got the cotton and stuff inside. See there? That's all it is to it. You unscrew that, you put a flint up in there, and you replace that wick. Very easy to work on. Very simple to get going again. But that's all it is to it. This thing is cool as it can be. Now this right here, guys, I found in Peaches to Beaches this year. Paid 20 bucks for it. I was with Mr. Wade. But there it is right here. It's a Kutter. What you want for something like this, man? I can't even tell what that is, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's the blades are whittled down some.
Yeah, probably 45.
45?
No, 25.
125.
Yeah. That's a 4-blader though.
How about it's 20 bucks? Now I'll give you a $20 bill.
Well, you're okay.
It's 20? All right, let's do that. All right. Missing, I didn't know what in the world was missing right there, but it's actually a compass. A compass goes right there. And the patent, I did some research. The patent for this compass knife was November. They got the rights to make this, or they got the patent on it for November 3rd, 1914. And that's actually greenbone worm groove. Is that not cool or what? But the blades are in great shape. I put a little oil on it, and it's got snap. I've yet to get it cleaned up, but every blade has snap. Now this blade has been broke and redone, but still you can use it as the punch blade right there. It just needs to be cleaned, and I'll be doing that here real soon. Real soon. I don't know if I'll ever find a compass. I've been looking on eBay, never found one. And I asked Mr. Tony from Kentucky. He has thousands and thousands and thousands of knives, and he said he has never seen a parts knife for one of these. And because I asked him while Mr. Tony Carlton. He come down to the Wiggins Knife Show in Mississippi that Deep South put on, and he didn't have a part for it. He's never seen one, because usually they get destroyed or lost. Like this one, this one just come out, and it's ain't no telling where it ended up. But so I might be filling that with a some type of round, the back end of a round here soon. I don't know yet. A 9mm won't fit in there. It's probably going to be a 45 or something like that, but we'll see. Might come up with something else, but we got to get it cleaned up first. Very cool knife. But Kutter, guys, if you remember, that company, we just talked about that company there. Kutter founder, John Brown Francis Champlin, first became associated with cutlery at the age of 25, when he became a cutlery salesman for importers Friedman and Lauderjung. But anyway, he worked there for 16 years. He married Teresa, the daughter of Job Case. And then in 1886, 4 of the elder Champlin brother-in-laws joined in the JBF Champlin and Son business. The relatives were W.R., Jean, John, and Andrew, sons of Job Russell Case. And when they come over, the name was changed to Kutter Cutlery Company. But again, we're kin to the Case family, so pretty cool. And speaking of Case, guys, this one right here is a Case-tested Barlows sheepfoot that I found Peaches to Beaches in 2023. And you see that jigged, or that saw-cut bone is pocket worn. But I paid $5 for this knife. $5. But I had to reprofile that blade some. But you see, that's case tested. This was made between 1920 and 1940. You see, it has no marking on the back. So this could have been very well carried back in 1925, and it was carried a lot. It was used, but still in awesome shape. This blade here don't even look like it's hardly ever been used. Great snap. Half stop too, see? That is an awesome, awesome knife. I paid $5 for it. And I wouldn't take $500 for it today. I promise you I wouldn't. Now this was just given to me by Mr. Dennis from Lakeland, Florida. This is a case tested Stockman. And you can barely see. Case tested. But this was his granddaddy's knife, and he is 79 years old. That main blade has good snap, but this blade don't. They're what you call lazy. It's just been because they've been worn and used. But this is green bone right here. And it's pocket worn. That's a prime example of pocket worn. You see how that, it used to be jigged, but see all that smooth? So this was, I guarantee you, was carried. And it could have been carried in 1925. This again is another case tested. And this is pocket worn too. You see that case tested. This is just a cool knife. I pick these up every chance I get. If I come across one, even though the blade's been whittled down, you can still use this knife. This blade's been broke. And that blade's been whittled down a good bit, but see, that's got case tested right there on it too. Case, again, case tested was from 1920 to 1940. Very cool. And this right here, my friends, is a Robeson. I found this knife down in Ocala, Florida, at a pawn shop. And there it is right there. Now that blade has been broke. I had to reprofile it some, and it is sharp. But this has Robeson Sure Edge right there. Rochester, New York. Ain't that cool? You very seldom see these with the full blade. See, that bone's been broke, but that is saw cut bone, but it is pocket worn too. Very, very cool. This could have been carried in 1925. Then you got this knife here, guys. This actually was sent to me by an 89-year-old man from England. This was his granddaddy's knife. This is a Tailor's Eye brand. Tailor's Eye, the Witness. And it is a very, very cool knife. Come all the way from England. I love this knife. And this is a utility knife back then, used for stripping wire, just cutting. This was their utility knife back then. Just an awesome, awesome knife right here. And this one here was sent in to me by Mr. Dave Antes from Fowler, Michigan. This is a K-bar, and you see the date right, or the K-bar registered U.S. Patent Office. I'll show you when this tank stamp was being used. And Union Cutlery Company, in New York. This is like a transition knife. I think they went from K-bar to Union Cutlery Company to K-bar in 1923. And I think that right here, if I remember right, that where it's got K-bar registered U.S. Patent Office, I think that's from 25 up to 30. So let's see here. Right here, guys. See here. K-bar registered U.S. Patent Office, 1925 to 1930. So this, my friends, could have been carried in 1925. Excellent shape, awesome knife, Coke bottle. See, ain't that cool? And there it is right there, K-bar, registered U.S. Patent Office, Union Cutlery Company, in New York. Is that not cool or what? Excellent shape too, excellent shape. It's got a little crack in the wood, but this is an old knife, guys. Old knife, 100-year-old, right there. All of these knives are amazing. Some of them are over 100 years. Anyway, guys, that's some knives that could have been used back in 1925.
In Mississippi, Tony.
Yeah. Miss Chloe, she got her own pocket knife. And what kind of pocket knife is that?
That's a Blackie Collins.
Blackie Collins.
It's roll out.
Uh-huh.
Roll out, no. She said,
Miss
I
Chloe.
can use it too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
You gonna get her a shirt? Well, what shirt are we gonna get? Get her.
I told you.
What does it say?
We're just going to say knife doctor.
And it stay sharp, right?
Yeah.
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp, yeah.
So what you got,
I had
man?
this. The first one of these I saw Eric had, and they say they're highly rated as far as in El Salvador.
Condor is
Golly.
Condor Bay Hudson, which is like the early trappers or something used, but that's a heck of a knife right there.
My goodness.
And I like big knives. I cannot lie.
Hudson Bay knife, I thought.
That thing's a hoss, ain't it?
I'm surprised that ain't got USMC on it or something.
That's some pretty wood. What is that? Coca-Cola wood?
I'm not sure. Probably something like that. It's the
Might not be
knife's
big
made
dark
in El
enough.
Salvador.
That thing is sharp.
Yeah, that's a. Like I said, I like big knives,
Look
and
at
I
the
cannot
sheath,
lie.
Look at the sheath. A well-made sheath.
Yeah, it is. It's
But I got this little CRKT out there the other day.
Oh, yeah.
It's called a scale. It's just a keef onion design.
that's pretty too.
Tin onion design.
Considering the place was just about to rain out all weekend, I still managed to find a couple.
Well, you can find them.
And I like this. This one's actually made in Taiwan. It's a rescue knife, like called a first response. It's got a belt cutter on it and a glass breaker at the top, or skull hitter, or whatever you want to do it for. But it is actually automatic.
Wow.
It looks like it's got one of those, like you flip it out, but it's fully automatic.
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
First response.
And that's a Schrade made in Taiwan.
Taiwan. The ones that have the numbers down here are the ones in Taiwan. The ones that don't have the numbers are China. But pretty much, that's pretty.
The lock, Tommy. The lock mechanism.
Okay, yeah, it's got a lock. You can push it up either way and
I got you.
keep it locked in your pocket, or just lock it open. But that's pretty much it. There's a couple little gimmicks over here, but
You say you got a boot knife.
yeah, a little boot knife. It's Japan.
Every time
Called a
I see
Montana.
Japan on a knife, I think sticky City. I don't know. For some reason, I just think sticky
440.
City. You know?
Got little enforced things so you can just flip it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now this was, you said, was a Bear?
That's a Bear manufacturing, and I
Bear
think,
MGC, right?
yeah, that's an early butterfly, and I think Mr. Knife Doctor knows the date of it.
I think it's 98.
98.
Very nice.
And I found this little Parker I've had for a long time. This is a model K74, made in Japan.
And you say this camel bone weight?
Camel bone. Parker made a lot of his handle material out of camel bone.
Oh, I'll be dog.
That's the reason it looks like all so smooth and like Appaloosa compared to Stag.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you sharing all that,
Maybe
Tony.
I'll get some good weather and find some more.
I hope you can too. And let me see that one. I don't know if she wants to let me take it off of her.
It's got the black columns emblem on it, but it's a rollout. You can thumb out like that.
I've never seen nothing like that before.
This one, the bigger one, which you see is a more common one, is back here on the back. It's got a twist where you can put it in safe mode and lock it. This one button locks,
Well,
so you can just take it,
oh yeah,
do it right back.
that is
And
nice.
the pocket clip is removable if you want to. You can actually take the.
Hard to do with my left hand. Let's try it with my right hand.
There you go, roll it around.
You can do it with a finger or thumb. You just have to get used to it.
Yeah. Well, dang. There we go.
There you go.
Roll it around.
Yeah. It's a little. It's got that detent in it, and you got to get past that detent on it.
G10. I used to call it indent, and Matt said, Daddy, it's G10.
Yeah. It's very, very cool. Nice. I like it.
And I'll show all the good ones I get next time.
Okay.
And the little EK8,
Yeah, this thing. This Sweden knife. I haven't even cleaned it.
it's made in Sweden. That's a beautiful little knife.
It is.
Gold,
Gold plated, probably.
yes, gold plated internally.
Eric, I don't really know what EK8
I love
stands for.
how did they used to do that, by hand, or I mean back
That's
in the
probably
day.
all machine done. That right there is, it's actually machined in. If it was hand engraved, it'd be much more pronounced.
I see. Pronounced meaning out
Yeah,
where you can feel it more.
Yeah, a lot more pronounced.
I got you.
But
That's
I
a proper
forgot.
name them jewelers use, ain't it?
I guess. I can say they used to use it. I ain't done it for a long time. It might be in.
Yeah.
But it's just, I guess you call it like a gentleman's knife. I
Yeah.
believe.
Very cool.
The little devil's got a screwdriver in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bottle opener on it or
Thing's
not.
pretty. I don't think it's got a
The
bottle opener.
screwdriver end.
This has got a fingernail file. Oh, and it might have a screwdriver.
Yeah, I think it does.
It does.
Yeah, doggone had a
Bottle
bottle
opener.
opener on the
Fly me
thing.
dog.
That's a little camp knife, gentleman's knife.
See the the
It
tank
needs to
stamp.
be cleaned real bad. I hadn't even tried to clean it.
And made in Sweden. If I ain't mistaken, EKA makes some really nice
Look how close that thing is.
straight blade knife too.
Swedish knives have a long history of quality and craftsmanship, and ICA, Eskilstuna Kniver AB, is no exception. As a prominent Swedish knife manufacturer, ICA has built its reputation on over a century of craftsmanship and precision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes sir. EKA Sweden.
Ain't that something?
And that EKA makes some humdinger, mean type straight blade knives with the sheath, the real good sheaths and all.
Say, put my knife back on. If you want that one, you want the other one. Here you go.
Yeah, the other one.
You like that
She likes that one. Huh, girl? You like that one, don't you, girl?
Stay sharp, Chloe.
one? She sells some of these diamonds to get her some more.
Get some more bling. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I just want to thank Mr. Tony Meeks for showing us those awesome knives. It's always great to see Miss Chloe as well. Hope to see them here real soon. And also, guys, I just want to say that it was fun today. I really enjoyed it. I really love to actually look up stuff like we did today, learn about the stuff, learn about the knives, learn about what they could have carried. You know what I mean? It's just so much fun to reminisce or to think about. Just like my dad, when I saw that comb, it reminded me he always carried a comb in his back left pocket with his billfold. He always did. And it's just stuff like that, that's what I love about it. It's something simple, but it just brings back that feeling. Like I remembered all of a sudden when I saw that comb, I immediately thought about the Vitalis hair oil that he used. It's just stuff like that just keeps me thriving in this, guys. It just keeps it going, so to speak. And I hope it done the same for you today. I really do. I love to think about like what they carried in 1925. I'm sure it's completely different on what they carried in 1825. You know what I mean? Just like it's completely different from 1925 to 2025. It's just good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. I really did. And I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today. And I want to say God bless y'all. Till we meet again, guys. Y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.
And
Wait, what does your shirt say?
Ellaville Knife Show 2024.
And what's it gonna say next year?
Ellaville Knife Show 2025.
That's right. That is Bucky and Cutter's cousin right here. Baron's son. That's their other cousin.
I'm hungry all night that lost their way. Then I might shoot ignite my sweet child day.